Hello people, it's cracking like an inspirational A here, back with another video, and be more precise, an MMA no skill to skill video. I believe this is the 11th video now, or the 10th, because I mixed the food and drink one together instead of doing them separate videos. I thought it made more sense. So today's one is going to be based on movement and drills. So there's a lot of different movements I do and a lot of different drills, because my main style, I practice MMA, but obviously I do kickboxing. And as I've said in previous videos, I can't go into kickboxing class and start whacking up the elbows or the knees, you know, because I don't think Matt would be happy with that. That's my instructor. You know, I think I'd probably get kicked off if I kicked off the kickboxing class if I started whacking at knees and elbows. So I do practice a mixture of MMA moves, and kickboxing and jiu-jitsu sometimes now and again. So yeah, this is number 11, which funny enough, the next one I'll be showing off is kickboxing, some of my favourite kickboxing techniques I like to do, and the different styles kind of thing. So I'll start with drills. So the first 4 drills I'm going to do is drills that I practice mainly for MMA. You can use 3 of them in kickboxing. The first one I'm about to do now, no, you can't use that in kickboxing because you get, you know, disqualified out of class. But these are mainly for continuous fighting, these styles I use now, the first 4. Like I said, 3 of them I can use for kickboxing, but this first one I'm doing now, I can't use for kickboxing, it's purely for MMA. You'll have to excuse me, I've got the gloves on, so I'm not going to be hitting it full pelt or going too hard, because obviously, number one thing is, if you're practicing to wear gloves, so I probably should be wearing gloves, but hey ho, we move. So the first one I like to practice, and I normally practice about 5 minutes of these when I got time. And I normally practice at least once a week, whether that just be on a punch bag, going full throttle, or just moving about, or I might just stand there like yesterday doing explosive drills where I bounce off which you've seen in previous videos, where I bounce off, step back, straight into a spinning kick, or a 1-2 combo. And then I'll stand there and practice my kicks. So I'll practice the hook, straight into the spinning kick to the face. You get the drift, you know. So I try and practice them at least once a week. So this one combination I practice now and again. Try and practice at least once a week. Pretty straightforward. So you jab to head. Now obviously when you jab to head, they're going to be guarding like that. They're going to be blocking like that, because you've just punched them in the face. Or you've tried to, depending on how fast you are at blocking. Me, I'm not that fast at blocking, I normally just take it. I'm a bit idiot when it comes to stuff like that. I need to get better on my defense. So yeah, you punch them, and like I said, either be fast to block it, or if they ain't fast to take it. And then you go down low to the body, because you know, like I said, you've just hit the face, so they're going to be worrying about their face, not going to worry about their stomach. So naturally they go that, which leaves this bit open. So you go head. And don't copy my moves, learn this from a proper expert, it's just moves I practice. So, like I said, punch to head, punch body. And then this way the MMA side of it comes in, I go to a jumping knee from there. Because obviously, the idea is that they block the head, so they leave the stomach open. Then you go for the stomach, they'd obviously bend down and act a little bit. So this is my head's back there, yeah? So then that's when you bring the jumping knee in. And trust me, if that gets someone in the face, ooh, they're going to know about it. It's going to hurt like a, yeah. No matter what no one says, you get hit with a knee, it's going to hurt. So fastly, but not with power, because obviously I haven't got my gloves on, it looks something like this. Boom, like that, see? Again. So, I'm orthodox when so I like to keep my back foot at the back so I can come in with the spinning kicks, that's my strongest kick. But yeah, so fast is, and then boom, in with the knee. Obviously, make sure you keep your hands up when you defend, so really you should be doing something like this. Boom. You know, so that's pretty basic MMA when I practice. This one is, like I said, next 4 hour ones you can use in kickboxing. So this is a pretty simple one that probably most kickboxers use, or most boxers use this as well, but pretty simple. So instead of starting at the drag, you start with a cross, swing in with the jab, Obviously make sure you've got your hand by your face, because that's when you block the jabs from the returning jabs, and then cross again. Pretty simple, pretty basic. But obviously most people's going to expect you to go to jab first, and they're not going to expect that side. So they might be blocking at, or they might be blocking at. Ideally you want them to be blocking with their arm on the side, because then when you go for the cross, they're not going to expect that they'll be blocking this side. So yeah, so let me just do this pretty fast for you guys. So, now obviously I didn't block, so that's not correct. So let me do that again. So really I should be, as you see, really swinging into it and really blocking with the arms. Another one I like to do. The next one I'm going to do is level chain jab into a spinning kick to the face. The reason why you do it to the face is obviously level change jab to as a do a fake that going to the face, they cover. That's when you level change jab, straight to stomach. That's when they'll be, you know, concentrating on their stomach. Hit them hard unless they're going to concentrate on their stomach. So that's when, like I said, you go for spinning kicks. So essentially you kind of fake them out. It's always good to have the fakes. And then boom, see how quick they change there? And then add step, spinning kick. Try and do it a bit faster, and I'll try and get a bit higher so you get an idea. But so I'll be here, guard, fake, boom, never change jab, step, and then step. Spin kick to the face, because that will get the throat. So one more go, just so you guys get it. So I'll be here, never change jab, boom. So I went straight down, and then spin to the face. So yeah, so that's that one. We'll move on to the next one. With the cross, like I said, with the cross you cross in, really twist your elbows, side, pin, hit them with a kick, and then I'd be back here, so that's when I'd spin and kick them. Like that pretty much. If I was to do it fast, and with power, can't do too much power, something like this. Get the drift. Single one every week, because I have 3 pages of movements and drills. Quite a lot of them are points fighting ones that I will go over in a minute, but there's a few standing ones. But I don't practice, you know, some weeks I'll practice points fighting ones, some weeks I'll practice MMA, some weeks I'll practice kickboxing, some weeks I'll practice a mixture of all of them. Because there's so many, like I said, movements I got in my book. This is one you can do in points fighting or continuous. These next two are ones you can do in continuous or points fighting. It just depends on the style. So if I was to do this one in continuous, which is what I'm doing now, is you would step forward, yeah, Superman punch, follow with a kick, and that's why we. So yeah, you would step forward. I'm not the greatest at the Superman punch, so before any comments go, oh shit, I'm not the greatest. So this is continuous. Step in, boom, and then as you're stepping out, boom. Not the greatest at that one, like I said. So I'll try one more time fast for you guys, so it'll be jump in, boom, and boom, on the way out. So obviously when you're getting, you've got to imagine this person would be hitting your back. So what you want to do is you hit back, is step and boom. Come with the nice hook. Well, the way that would work for points fighting is obviously you'd be on your side. And you'd maybe go fake them to the body shot, come in with a head punch, or no. Yeah. I'm not the greatest at points fighting, but so it'd be something like you'd come to the body, head, and then they'd probably retaliate, and then boom. Or no, douche. Something like that. I'm not great at the points fighting with that one. So, on to the next one. Which again works really good for points fighting and continuous. You would punch, so you punch them. So say this is the bag. You punch them. Now obviously they would retaliate with a punch. So you'd step out on an angle, so they'd punch you, and then you still have their face there, so then that's when you'd retaliate with the punch. On an angle. It's an angle punch basically. So you've got to imagine. That's why I said it works for points or continuous. Obviously in continuous, you'd bounce, punch them, that might miss, or they might come forward, and then you step to the side, douche, or a backhand. I think you'd do a backhand in points of fighting, to be honest. Obviously continuous, you punch, step at angle, so they'd be someone there, say there's there, and then you boom, boom, pop them in the head. Pretty straightforward on the angle. So now I'm going to show you ones that work just for continuous, because I've shown you a few stand-up MMA / kickboxing ones, and I've shown you a few points ones that can also work in continuous. So next one I'm going to show you, points fight, which I'll go over a lot more in the kickboxing one. You'll be standing on your side. I normally stand this way because this is my strong foot, so I can whack out these side kicks. But again, this is a movement you should be doing in continuous as well. Is you fake, so they might, you know, fake again, and then you jab. No, jab. And I've got to think of this one. Yeah, I was doing it right. So yeah, so I'd fake, so they might cover the head. Fake again, so they might film the stomach, and because they've covered the stomach, that's when you jab. They fight back, you move out, slide kick. You get the drift. So let me just do that again. This way is warrants some points fighting. I suppose in a way you could use it in continuous, you just wouldn't obviously stand like that. But you've got the fake to the face, so they cover the face, fake to the stomach, because they think you're going over the stomach, and then you jab them, and then that's when they come forward, and then that's when you whack out the kick. That's a pretty good points fighting one. This one is called the triangle, and this works really good for points fighting. So, say you're here, they might come forward, you would step out on an angle, they might change direction and come at you again, that's when you would step back, and then, so they would be somewhere around this area, because obviously you just stood here, so they would come at you this way, which is why you would move back, and then you got them in your lane, and that's when you go like pop pop, or, you know. And that's why it's called 45 degrees. So if you can't see my footwork, but if you watch my body, I've obviously moved backwards, but it's on an angle. And then as they've come forward, I move backwards, and then I move forward to hit them. It's triangle. A really good one that a lot of people like to use in point fighting. Like I said, I don't like, personally, I'm not a points fighter. I've only done one points fighting competition in my life. But I've only done ever 2 competitions. So another one you would see in points fighting, it's known well worldwide for points fighting. You wouldn't see this in MMA, because if you went and did this move in MMA, you get sparked out pretty much. They would just be like, douche, see you later. But in points fighting, this one takes a lot of time to get the correct timing and to get your opponent to fall for it. But basically you fake and then just blitz in. It's called a blitz. So you might fake to the stomach, to be doing a little dance, I call it, fake the stomach, so there'd be a, and then that's when you're blitzing. So you give the signal that you think that you're going for that one, but you're not, you're blitzing with this one. Same with the face. You might fake go face, so they cover the face, and then you blitz in. You know, well granted my form's not the best, and that's not the best form of it, but I kind of give you an idea. And then this one, pretty simple. This one you would see in points fighting again a lot. You wouldn't see it in MMA because again it's the same kind of concept. If I did this in MMA or continuous, I'd get knocked out. But it's pretty much a back to fist. And this one's pretty straightforward. You go bouncing forwards, back and forwards, and you wait for the strike and you just throw the back fist. Pretty straightforward, pretty nasty if you get them a bit crept on. So you'd be bouncing, they might come forward, and then you just douche them in the head like that. So then this was come forward, I just douche like that. But you got to make sure you obviously jump back. So it'd be, they come forward and douche. And there we go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed that. That has been a little demo of some of the points fighting and continuous / MMA skills I go through. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will be back next week with the next MMA podcast. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't posted one on for the last 2 weeks, but when I do anything like a Weymouth series or, you know, a podcast, it takes a lot of editing, so I don't do the MMA one. But, you know, so I'll be back next week with the next episode of this will be kickboxing. So I go over some of my favourite styles, the kind of favourite kicks I like to do, and yeah, just a bit more detailed breakdown. Shouldn't be as long as this one, but yeah. A Gaming 2, as I'll be doing a nice bit of NBA weekend on that this weekend. Friday I'll be uploading the unboxing of 2K21, and then Saturday and Sunday I'll be doing a bit of streaming on my career mode or my team, whichever one I don't do on Saturday I'll do on Sunday. So make sure you check out A Gaming 2. Make sure you check out this video, this previous video that was uploaded before this one. It's a little update on some challenges and songs that I'm doing. So yeah, I've been inspirational. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you later. Bye!